Cities were pounded by back-to-back rainstorms. Now, many are left picking up the pieces, and they're asking who exactly is going to pay to fix all the damage. John Shumway is live in Penn Hills with some answers tonight. John.
Yeah, they're hoping for some federal help, but let's go back to Sunday night and give you an idea of the power of this storm and the amount of water that came down just across Plum Creek. You see the building over there? That is actually the Meadows Apartments. And cars were actually washed out of the apartment complex parking lot into the creek. Some came up here across Leechburg Road. There were cars parked here, and these cars were actually forced right down into Plum Creek, which was just a raging rapid. But don't take my word for it. See Paul Shem Automotive over there? That's a security camera above the sign. It saw it all. The security camera says it was 10:48 when a car from the Meadows apartment complex floated in the flooding Plum Creek water past the barber shop and across Leechburg Road. On the other side of the creek, it ran into the cars dropped off by customers at this automotive center for service the next morning. The rising water and pressure less than 2 minutes later pushed the first car into the creek, followed shortly thereafter by another, and then another. The shop's owner today says he got 3 feet of water in his shop and didn't want to talk about the cars, a couple of which are still in Plum Creek, right behind Bessemer Field. The ball field and several other parks were decimated by the flooding.
Heartbreaking. Just heartbreaking. Me and my kids play down here all the time.
The Meadows apartment complex is where Plum Creek swept through, sending several cars into the creek, 4 winding up under the bridge, creating the dam that sent others up onto the road.
Water in this parking lot, I'd say about like 4 feet high.
Many of the cars still where the water left them.
I went into the bedroom and I saw water coming in there. And then I got out a bucket and tried to start bailing, but that was kind of a waste of effort.
The carpet has been stripped from the apartments where the water got several inches deep. The Red Cross and county have been out tallying the damage.
We got hit pretty bad.
So far in Penn Hills, Plum, Oakmont, and Verona, the county has found about 126 homes and businesses damaged, but that number is expected to grow. Most of the costs are borne by the homeowners.
If you don't have a flood policy, your homeowners typically or renters typically will not provide coverage for that.
And if you have flood insurance, the water better have come out of a creek, because if it's running off of a hillside or down the street,
that's typically runoff surface water. And that's not something you can even buy from the federal government, the state government, or an insurance carrier.
So looking for federal help, the county is doing the assessment, hoping the number is big enough for a disaster declaration and the green it would bring. Penn Hills took a hit to its parks, lost $22,000 worth of road salt, and is hoping the damage assessment qualifies for some help.
You have a 100% chance of getting nothing if you don't do the assessment.
And there is some urgency here because you can see the amount of damage that was done here on the banks of Plum Creek. Repairs are needed here, repairs are needed in a lot of places, and money is needed for it all. There's no word on how long it's going to take to complete the assessment by the county and request that disaster declaration. Live tonight in Penn Hills, John Shumway, KDKA News.